Well, hello. Earlier today, I was reminded that it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, what I'm doing. And there again is that blasted sign trying to reconnect. Well, anyway, onward. I was going to wrap things up for these live broadcasts tonight with the P.G. Wodehouse, but I'm going to put that off until next week. So tonight, I want to read you something by one of my favorite contemporary writers, Neil Gaiman, winner of the Locust Award for Best Collection, entitled Fragile Things, Short Fictions and Wonders. This particular piece is called My Life. My life? Hell, you don't want to hear about my life. Jesus, my throat is dry. A drink? Well, since you're buying and it's a hot day, sure. Why not? Just a little one. Maybe a beer and a whiskey chaser. It's good to drink on a hot day. Only problem with drinking is it makes me remember. And sometimes I don't want to remember. I mean, my mom. I never knew her as a woman, but I seen photographs of her before the operation. She said I needed a father, and seeing my own father had dumped her after he regained his eyesight, following a blow on the head from a Burmese cat, which jumped from a penthouse apartment window and fell 30 stories, miraculously striking my father in exactly the right place to restore his sight, and then landing uninjured on the sidewalk, proving it's true what they say about cats always landing on their feet. Claiming he had thought he was marrying his twin sister, her twin sister, who looked completely different, but had, through a miracle of biology, exactly the same voice. Which is why the judge said even he couldn't tell them apart. So my father walked out a free man, and on the way from the court, he was struck on the head by detritus falling from the sky. There was folks said it was lavatorial waste from a plane, though chemical examination revealed traces of elements unknown to science. And it said in the paper that the fecal matter contained alien proteins, but then it was hushed up. They took my father's body away for safekeeping. The government gave us a receipt, though in a week it faded. I guess that it was something in the ink, but that's another story. I needed a man around the house, and it was going to be her. And she worked a deal with that doctor, so when the two of them won the underwater tango contest, he agreed to change her sex for nothing. Growing up, I called her Dad and knew none of this. Nothing else interesting has ever happened to me. Another drink? Well, just to keep you company, maybe. Another beer. And don't forget the whiskey. Hey, make it a double. It isn't that I drink, but it's a hot day, and even when you're not a drinking man, you know, it was just such a day as this. My wife dissolved. I'd read about people who blew up. Spontaneous combustion, that's the words. But Mary Lou, that was my wife's name. We met the day she came out of her coma, 70 years asleep and hadn't aged a day. It's scary what ball lightning can do. And all the people on that submarine, like Mary Lou, they were all froze in time. And after we were wed, she'd visit them, sit by their bedsides, watch them while they slept. I drove a truck back then, and life was good. She coped well with the missing 7 decades, and me, dishwasher, had not been haunted, well, possessed, I guess, would be more accurate. She'd still be here today. It preyed upon her mind, and the only exorcist that we could get turned out to be a midget from Utrecht, and actually not a priest at all. For all he had a candle, bell, and book. And by coincidence, the very day my wife all haunted by the washer, deliquesced, went liquid in our bed. My truck was stole. That was when I left the States to travel. It's been dull as ditch water since then. But no, my mind is going blank. My memory's been swallowed by the heat. Another drink? Well, sure. And that is My Life by Neil Gaiman. I hope it's given you a chuckle or three. All right, it's a short one tonight, my dears, but I did not get any sleep last night. And so I'm calling it quits in relief. I will see you next week, same time, same place. And next week, we'll plan on doing the Woodhouse, is what I'm trying to say. Uncle Fred flits by. All right, my dears. So, short, but I hope sweet and fun. Good night. Bye now.